Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Troy McGraw. We're here at Memorial Fields for some girls varsity lacrosse action between the visiting Rye Garnets at 7-5 and the 10-3 Mamaroneck Tigers. Mamaroneck started the year 8-0. They've been 2-3 since, but they played some tough teams. Both teams can use a win today to increase their seed in the playoffs, as this is the final week of the regular season. So we'll have the opening draw next here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, opening draw time between Rye and Mamaroneck. Rye 7-5, Mamaroneck 10-3. I'm Troy McGraw alongside cameraman BJ Person-Peary, Gary Francois, and our cameraman and LMC Varsity Sports producer, Mr. Rob Moretti. Mamaroneck wins the draw and they'll start with the ball and they'll bring it forward here as the Tigers look to improve to 11-3 on the year after starting 8-0. And that will be Cassie Boudale who has it. Top of the circle, passes to Zidlicki. Zidlicki passes to Madeline Reardon. And a save made by freshman goalie Grace Porter. First save of the day for either goalie. Porter and Chloe Stafford are in the net to start the game. Porter for Rye, Stafford for the Tigers in Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck Class A, Rye Class B, and that shot is saved by Stafford. Got a piece of it as we have an infraction on the Tigers, so Rye will keep it as first save of the day for Chloe Stafford. Just 1 minute and 15 seconds gone by, and Rye is defended well there. That was Lee Kenny, and she'll have to pass out, and Rye will reset outside the circle as it'll be played to Paige Drago. She'll have it for the Garnets, and Rachel Adelson will lose it, and it'll be nearly stolen but picked up by Lee Kenny, and she'll keep the possession for the Garnets. She'll go right to the goal and bounce it high, but it'll be backed up by Rye, and they'll keep the ball. As it's played in by Rye, defended closely, shot right at Stafford, and she'll make the save on the Hartzell shot, so 2 saves for Stafford, and Mamaroneck will get the ball back with 2 minutes and 15 seconds gone by in this first half. No score, 2 25-minute halves, and then a sudden death overtime if there's no score, if it's still tied after regulation. So it'll be brought in here by Reardon, Madeline Reardon. She'll pass to Malin. Malin will pass it to Badil. As Coach Rocky Lividini shouts out the plays. As head coach Rocky Lividini and a much quieter John Savage is the assistant. Not used to seeing him so quiet on the sidelines, but like this time into a field hockey game, we'd hear him a couple times already. Of course, the legendary field hockey coach John Savage, also the assistant for the girls lacrosse team here at Mamaroneck. As Reardon has it once again. Lividini shouts out another play, and it is given to Boudale, who passes behind the goal, and that is Knowles. And unable to get a shot off with Julia Quate. She was defended by Amelia Cunningham. And Back to Kuwait. Kuwait has it now, Reardon running in. No shot clock in girls lacrosse. And that'll be played infraction, as that one was saved. That was Sarah Bennett who played it to Zidlicki, but there's a penalty before, so she'll get it here. And we'll see what Zidlicki can do. And she will shoot it, and a good save made by Grace Porter. Her second, actually her third, because even though there was a penalty, it counts as a save because it would have counted, because the penalty was against Rye before that penalty. So correction by Rob Moretti, LMC Varsity Sports producer. He says it would not have, so keep her at 2 saves. Either way, it didn't go in. As turnover Mamaroneck, and another turnover. As quickly as Mamaroneck turned it over, Rye turns it right over. And it'll be played by Anna Giraputo on the far sideline. She'll bring it up. No, she'll pass it to Zidlicki. Zidlicki will bring it up. Still no score. 5 minutes and 30 seconds gone by here at Memorial Field. Weaving through the defense is Bridget Knowles. Loose, top of the key, and met by the defender was Boudil, but picked up by Knowles, and resetting it will be the Tigers' Madeline Reardon and Emily Mullen. Bridget Knowles has it. Pass to Boudil. Boudil is defended well, and she'll have to reset. She's defended by Amanda Hartzell. Boudil has it now. As we have 6 minutes and 10 seconds gone by in this first half, no score. And a shot is scored now. First goal of the game, Cassie Boudil, the junior midfielder, with 6 minutes and 14 seconds into this first quarter. First half, and Mamaroneck has a 1-0 lead. So the draw, we will get the draw as Mamaroneck leads 1-0 here on LMC Varsity Sports. Final week of the regular season. We have a busy week, as it seems we had 3 or 4 games several weeks this year, and then a couple of weeks we only had 1. But Rob Moretti has been very busy with the games, as it's hard to believe that this is the final week of the regular season. As Mamaroneck wins another draw, and bringing it up was Madeline Reardon. So Boudil has the first goal. It looked like it was unassisted by Cassie Boudil, as a junior midfielder scores. Rye is coached by Dennis Hurley, but unlike the famous Hurley brothers, he spells it H-U-R-L-I-E, not H-U-R-L-E-Y, like the famous basketball coaches, Bobby. As that one is scored, nice pass, Madeline Reardon to Tyler Zidlicki, and it's quickly 2-0. 2 goals in a minute for Mamaroneck. So Tyler Zidlicki makes it 2-0 on the assist from Madeline Reardon, and it's 2-0 Tigers. This one will be played up, and Mamaroneck will win their 3rd draw. So there's been 3 draws, the opening one, after the first Mamaroneck goal, and after the second one, Mamaroneck's won all 3. And after Mamaroneck won the opening draw, they didn't score, but after they won the draw, after they went up 1-0, they won the draw and then scored. So we'll see if they can make it 3-0 after their 3rd draw win. Girls lacrosse, you have the draw, and the boys lacrosse, you have the face-off. As Reardon has it, and she's double-teamed. She'll get it back now. And she'll play it, Reardon to Zidlicki. And Budil will play it to Knowles, who will have it behind the goal. Now she goes in front of the goal, thinks about a shot, but is double teamed, and quickly resets it to Knowles as the Tigers are in no hurry with this early 2-0 lead with 16:45 left in this first half. As that is played in by Bennett, Sarah Bennett to Julia Quate. Back out to Knowles, and Knowles will lose it and pick it up and maintain Mamaroneck ball. Dropping it for a second was Budil on the pass for Knowles, but she still gets it back. And it'll be played behind the goal by the Tigers. Budil. Back to Budil, and she scores. So give and go. Cassie Budil has 2 goals, and that was assisted by Sarah Bennett, her first assist. So Bennett has an assist now, along with Madeline Reardon. Tyler Zidlicki had the second goal. 2 goals for Budil, and the first one was unassisted. Second one just now assisted by Bennett. And we have our fourth draw of the game. 3 have been won by the Tigers, and Rye, no, it looked like Rye had it for a second, but not enough to secure it by Lee Kenny, and it was picked up by Mamaroneck. So 4 draws won by the Tigers. Is that wasn't enough to win it, as it looked like they had secured it for a second, did Rye, but then it was picked up by the Tigers, and they win their 4th draw of the game, 4 for 4 on the draws, as the Tigers have a 3-0 lead. As we're 9 minutes 30 seconds gone by in this first half, the 10-3 Mamaroneck Tigers versus the 7-5 Rye Garnets. As that one is played behind the goal, Quate to Bennett, who just assisted to Reardon. Reardon nearly is able to shoot it. Instead, it'll be picked up and saved by Grace Porter, her 3rd. She'll play it out wide, and the Garnets will bring it up. As that was brought up here by the Garnets, and intercept actually stolen away by Emily Mullen. Mamaroneck has it now. They lead 3-0 with 14 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first half. 2 goals by Budil and an assist by Reardon and Bennett, and a goal from Zidlicki here in the first half of this girls lacrosse game at Memorial Field on the campus of Mamaroneck High School. Nice pass, Reardon, and a save made on the shot by Bridget Knowles by Grace Porter. She'll take it behind her own goal and play it short. And Rye will turn it over as it'll be picked up by Quate, and then Emily Mullen secures it and then passes back to Quate. And Quate plays it to Zidlicki. His sun is making a rare appearance. It's cloudy through most of the pregame. Sun was out for a second and went back in, and now it's out again here on a rather chilly day for May 8. May 8. It's like 55, 60 degrees, but it was windy before. It feels like more like 50. Not used to this cold weather in May. So it'll stay with Mamaroneck behind the Rye goal. Mamaroneck looking to extend their lead to 4-0. And a foul committed by Rye, so it'll stay with Mamaroneck. And Reardon will have it right outside the box, and she will shoot and score. Madeline Reardon makes it 4-0. So Reardon now has a goal and an assist. Her first goal of the game, one of Mamaroneck's leading scorers for the season. And Reardon, as Reardon makes it 4-0 Tigers. She has a goal and an assist. Sidlicki has a goal. Sarah Bennett has an assist and 2 goals for Cassie Boudil. So the draw will be taken by Emily Mullen versus Paige Drago. The junior Mullen versus the freshman Drago, and 5 draws won for the Tigers now. Looked like Rye won the last draw before that, but wound up in being won by Mamaroneck. So Mamaroneck winning 4-0 on the scoreboard and 5-0 on the draw sheet. "11 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this first half. All Tigers so far, 4-0. 4 saves for Grace Porter, the freshman from Rye. 2 saves for Chloe Stafford, but those came in the first 4 or 5 minutes. Rye hasn't had a shot since then. As we are approaching the 14-minute of play, and that's a scored, I think Reardon scored. That was tough to tell. It was either Reardon or, I think, yeah, Reardon did score. 2 assists for Sarah Bennett as she passed it to her. Bennett to Reardon. 2 goals and an assist for Reardon, and it's 5-0 Tigers. Coach Dennis Hurley hasn't used a timeout yet. And that one, another win. That was a nice catch on the draw. Mullen wins the draw, and it goes to an extending arm catch by Reardon. And I think that was a pass by Boudil. It was backed up either way, so it stays with the Tigers. As Reardon will have it at the 20-yard line, and plays it to Knowles, who plays it to Boudil, and they will reset here. As it goes back to Boudil looking for the hat trick. And an infraction against Rye. So it'll
Free position.
And free position coming for Mamaroneck as Boudil will have it, and she will score. So a hat trick for Cassie Boudil, and it is 6-0 Tigers. Boudil has half of them with 3. 2 assists for Sarah Bennett, a goal for Tyler Sidlicki, 2 goals and assists for Madeline Reardon. So 3 goal scorers for the 6 Mamaroneck goals, with Boudil with 3, Sidlicki with 1, and Reardon with 2. Rye yet to use a timeout here. think I would have used one when they scored the 4th goal. Maybe redesign a play to win a draw, as Mamaroneck has won. They won the opening draw. They've won every draw. That's an infraction, so they'll redo it. As this is the 7th draw of the game, they've won 6 draws. So the first 5 goals were scored. They won the draw on the opening draw. So 7th draw coming. Mamaroneck 6 for 6 on the draw here. And let's see if Rye can finally win one, and they can, as the one who took it, Emily Mullen, and Reardon pushed it a little to her, and Mullen gets it right back, and right back to the offense as Mamaroneck looks to get a touchdown lead on the Garnets. Something that probably never happened in football, as Rye has a very good football team. They never played Mamaroneck, but Rye always had a powerhouse A team, and Mamaroneck was they're in Double A, and never played them, but I think Rye's program was always better than Mamaroneck's, even though they were a smaller class. But you never know. But either way, it would be an interesting matchup because the two schools aren't that far from each other, Mamaroneck and Rye, about 10-15 minutes. But Rye is still just a little smaller than Mamaroneck, as they're an A in football and Mamaroneck's in Double A. And here in Lacrosse, they're an A and Mamaroneck's in B, and Rye's in B and Mamaroneck's in A. But they have played in field hockey, as they're both good powers, as that one was scored by Mullen, her first goal. Assisted, I think it was it was assisted by Knowles, Bridget Knowles. Passed it to Mullen, and it's 7-0 Mamaroneck with 8:39 left in the first half, as it's all Tigers. So Mamaroneck has won 7 draws, looking to make it 8 now. Emily Mullen, who just scored, has been taking all the draws and winning them. Rye nearly wins one, but it is won by Boudil, and for the 8th time, Mamaroneck wins the draw. This one will be played by the Tigers with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first half. And Mamaroneck leads 7-0 as a 2-save shutout for Chloe Stafford, with the 2 saves coming in the first 4 or 5 minutes. And that's a save by the goalie Porter, her 5th of the game. But it will stay with Rye, and Haley Nemsick will play it forward for the for the Garnets. Nemsick, the senior captain, along with Amanda Hartzell and junior captain Margaret Mitchell for Rye. Captains for Mamaroneck, Paige Dennehy, Sophie Miller, and Molly Nodif, all seniors. This one will be played by Rye. They're looking to get on the board, break up the shutout. Hartzell will play it. That shot is wide, backed up by Rye. And Paige Drago took that shot. Rye will keep it behind the Mamaroneck goal with 6:20 left in this first half. And the Tigers up 7-0 here on LMC Varsity Sports, your home for Ryeneck and Mamaroneck High School varsity sports action throughout the year. And that one will be intercepted by Bridget Knowles on the pass, and she will be fouled, and she'll keep possession on the contact made by Rise. Amanda Hartzell, so Knowles the interception, and they bring it forward with the Tigers as they already have a commanding 7-0 advantage. Not many subs made by either coach yet. Starters still playing for both teams. It is still the first half with 5:25 remaining in this half. So it'll be brought here by Mamaroneck because they really are milking it. The clock now and taking their time. Boudil. Coach Rocky Lividini yells out a play from the sideline. Lividini, a former player here for Mamaroneck. Star, I think, forward, attack, goal scorer. As falling to the ground was Mullen. Foul on Rye. Actually, excuse me, Julia Quate. And Quate will have it, and she'll shoot. And a save by Porter, and a foul by Rye. So another save by Porter, though. And then the foul occurred. So Quate has it. It was indirect, so she was guarded out of the box. And the Tigers will play a game of catch between Boudil, Knowles, and Mullen before Reardon comes in and moves with it and plays it to Bennett. Bennett has it now, plays it back to Reardon. Reardon towards the goal, a bouncer, and a goal by Madeline Reardon makes it 8-0. So 3 goal, back pass by Bennett. Bennett has 3 assists now. And Madeline Reardon has 3 goals and an assist. Lead all Mamaroneck scorers as Boudil has 3 goals but no assists. 3 goals for Boudil, 3 goals for Reardon, a goal for Zidlicki, and a goal for Mullen. And those are the 8 Mamaroneck goals. So the main story is Mamaroneck is 8 for 8 on draws. Draw number 9 coming now. As that one goes up in the air. And one directly by Mullen, and she wins 9 draws, 8-0 Tigers, 3:20 remaining in this first half, and that's all Mamaroneck. As Mamaroneck has it once again, as we're inside the 3-minute mark of this first half. Losing it, but picking it up was Bennett. Bennett has it now. Passes to Knowles. Knowles has it to Zidlicki. Boudil, who has the hat trick already. As Boudil and Reardon have the hat tricks for Tigers. It goes off of Mamaroneck, and it'll be Rye ball. As we'll have a reset here. So Rye will get it. It's the ref. Tells Julia Quate where to stand. And bringing it up here, cradling it forward, and carrying it is Shannon Keene for the Garnets. Not much offensive possession in this zone for Rye in this one. They do have the 2 early shots in the first 3-4 minutes of the game, but that's about it. And this one will be played by the Garnets and stolen away by Emily Mullen, who plays it back to goalie Chloe Stafford. Second interception for Mullen on a couple of chances where the Garnets Mullen came in like a cornerback and just intercepted the ball. This will be played forward by Cassie Boudil and is knocked out of the stick by Hartzell, and she goes towards the goal and can't score it, as getting a piece of it was Stafford and running after it. It might have just been wide. I don't think Stafford close, but it didn't look like she touched it. But either way, it looks like she won possession, so she'll get the ball. She won the foot race with Hartzell. What a nice steal from Mullen. Actually, from Boudil. So that one is thrown away. Rye, rare Mamaroneck turnover as Rye picks it up, looking to score before the end of the half as we're inside the minute mark, and Mamaroneck leads 8-0, excuse me. And that one will be brought in by the Garnets, and no holes or space given by Mamaroneck as the clock will stop. It'll be a opportunity here for Rye as they'll play it from the Garnets to Rye's Lee Kenny. It'll be played forward by Rye. 30 seconds to go. 8-0 all Tigers here in this one. And this one behind the goal, played by Rye's Paige Drago, and knocked away out of the stick of Rye and off of Rye's Paige Drago with 10 seconds remaining in the first half. It'll be Mamaroneck ball as it'll be brought up here by Paige Dennehy with 10 seconds remaining in this first half. And the Tigers up 8-0. Dennehy has it here. Intercepted by Rye. Scrummed around with 3 seconds. Clock stops. It'll be Rye ball with 3 seconds to go in this first half. And time will run out in the first half as Mamaroneck leads 8-0 here on LMC Varsity Sports. We'll be right back with the second half. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Charlie McGraw alongside cameraman BJ Person-Puri, Gary Francois, and Ron Moretti, who is also LMC Varsity Sports community varsity sports producer. As Mamaroneck wins their 10th draw of the game, they're 10 for 10. One of the reasons they're up 8-0 is they've won 10 draws. Has Emily Mullen, and she's taken them all for Mamaroneck as they have the ball here. Up 8-0 in the second half against Rye. As Mullen has it now, passes to Boudil, who had 3 first half goals. Mullen had a first half goal, Licky had a first half goal, and for 5, and a hat trick by Madeline Reardon, who has the ball now, is the scoring summary for the Tigers, as that one is picked up by the goalie Grace Porter for Rye, and she throws it forward. Intercepted, though, by Carolyn Quate, the defender. And they'll play it forward as Madeline Reardon has it now. She plays it to Boudil. Boudil has it and passes to Reardon. Those two have a hat trick each, and Reardon looking for number 4, but the save by the goalie Porter, picked up by Sarah Bennett, and she scores off a little quick pass from Julia Quate. So Quate has her first assist, and Bennett to go along with 3 assists, has her first goal of the game for Sarah Bennett. And Mamaroneck leads 9-0. Malin as draw number 11, as we had 2 first half draws, or 2 draws to begin the half, and then the 9 goals. This will be the 11th draw of the game. Mamaroneck is 10 for 10 in draws. Let's see if Rye can win their first draw of the game, and Mamaroneck wins their 11th, as it's picked up by Boudil off of the win of the draw by Malin. As it is played by the Tigers. As Coach Rocky Lividini shouts out a play for Mamaroneck. As it's played forward and just wide of the goal on the shot by Julia Quaid. As Quaid, who just had the assist, looking for a goal of her own, but just puts it wide off the side netting, but she was able to pick up her rebound and play it to Boudil, who plays it to Bennett, who scored the last goal and has 3 assists, and it goes to Rye goalie Grace Porter, who has 8 saves. Played forward by the Garnets, and a foul against Madeline Reardon. Excuse me. Official gives instructions to Amanda Hartzell as Rye looks to score their first goal of the game in a push against Boudil. No contact. Very little contact is allowed in girls lacrosse. So that's an immediate foul call. Good help, man. And bouncing with it is Drago. Passes to Kenny. Over to Hartzell. And that one will be played, and good pass, but unable to handle it, and now she picks it up. Yeah, way to go! It's a good save by Stafford, as that shot was taken by Margaret Mitchell on the pass from Hartzell. Stafford has her 3rd save of the game. 3 for her and 9 for Porter. And that one will be brought in by the Tigers. Zidlicki, who has a goal, the 2nd goal of the game. As behind the goal with it is Quaid. Mamaroneck looking for a rare shutout as it's intact. 30 minutes into this one, is approaching the 20-minute mark remaining in regulation. As this one will be played by Quaid behind the goal. That is Julia Quaid. And that is Boudil. So Mamaroneck with the slow, methodical offense here. Bennett has it, plays it to Madeline Reardon. Madeline Reardon to Boudil, as those two sit on 3 goals each in this one. And Boudil strikes and just misses the goal over goalie Grace Porter. Just a bit high on that shot by Boudil, looking for goal number 4 of the game for her. But Reardon has 3 goals as well and an assist. This one picked up by Marlin. Top of the circle. Played behind the goal to Bennett. Bennett streaks towards the goal and makes a pass to Zidlicki. It gets past Zidlicki, picked up by Rye out of bounds though, off the Garnets. And it will be Mamaroneck ball with 18:25 left in this one. As this one brought forward by Bridget Knowles. Behind the goal, Marlin, and in foul against Rye. So it'll be Mamaroneck ball. And be right outside the circle for Knowles. She has an assist in this one. And she carries it into the triple team and then just backs it out, and as Mamaroneck chews more time off the clock. And there's now 17:30 left. Possession, Mamaroneck's unofficially got to be out possessing them by about 90%. They've had the ball about 90% of the time. So we've played 33 minutes. And I would say Mamaroneck's had it for about 27, just about. Is that, yeah, 27 of the 33 minutes unofficially, something around there. Maybe 25 to, anywhere from 25 to 27. Rye has it now and they bring it out. So they look to possess it more than they have for the remaining 16:55. This is a decent Rye team. They're 7-5, and Mamaroneck is just dominating them here. With a 9-0 lead and 2 hat tricks for in the game, with Madeline Reardon having one and Cassie Boudil having one, both in the first half. So Mamaroneck led 8-0, and Sarah Bennett had the first goal of the second half for the Tigers, assisted by Thwaite, as that's the only goal they have in this first 9 minutes, almost 8 minutes 45 seconds of this second half, as it'll be a fraction by Mamaroneck, and then it'll be Rye ball. Amanda Hartzell will have it with, she'll play it, and
nice shot, Paige.
Foul against Paige Dennehy against Amanda Hartzell, and she'll have an opportunity to score the first goal of the game. She'll have to get it by Chloe Stafford, and she does. And Rye is on the board. So that's a goal for Amanda Hartzell, unassisted. And Rye trails 9-1. And we'll get a goalie sub, is coming out after allowing her first goal, but her 3 saves is Chloe Stafford. Coming into the game now will be Mackenzie Lynch, as the 2 sophomore goalies will switch out in and out here. This is draw number 12. 11 draws won by Mamaroneck, and make it 12 draws. Foul on Rye, as it was picked up by Boudil. Fouled by Molly Broderick. Played forward by the Tigers. And nearly lost by Mullen, but she'll pick it up, as Mullen has done a great job winning 12 draws, and she has a goal as well. And that one will be missed and backed up by the Tigers. So that's just an eye-popping stat, 12 for 12 on the draws as Mamaroneck. One of the reasons they lead 9-1. That one is saved by Grace Porter. 10 saves now, double digits, unofficially for Porter. Turnover by Mullen. Looked like he called it traveling.
Started too soon. False start.
Oh, false start. Started too soon. So Mullen's false start starting too soon. Turns it over to Rye, and Rye will bring it up, looking to make it a touchdown deficit, but they'll lose it. And they'll go off of the Garnets. And the Mamaroneck ball. Second time it's gone through the goalie, and that officials had to stop the play because it takes a second to get it out of there. And the girls and boys lacrosse, they have the balls behind the net just to like pick up, but in the girls they don't really do that. That's touching it for the first time is the new goalie, Mackenzie Lynch. She plays it forward. Staying on her feet barely there is Bridget Knowles, passing it to Boudil, and she's hacked at, so that's a foul. Boudil will bring it up. Coach Savage. Yells out the commands.
Swamp was talking about this. He wanted to get them in, like it never happened.
This one is fought for between Mullen and Broderick, and still loose off of foul against Mamaroneck, so it'll go to Rye with 12 minutes and 30 seconds as we're officially midway through this second half, and it's just 1-1 in goals for each team. That one's stolen right back by Mamaroneck. And Tyler Zedlicki, and she'll slow it down. Timeout, Tigers, as the teams leave their stick on the field, so they have to go back right to that spot, and we'll be right back. 9-1 here in Mamaroneck, 11:53 left in this one. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the timeout by Mamaroneck, 11:50 remaining in this contest, and the Tigers lead by a commanding score of 9-1 over Rye here at Mamaroneck High School. Nice pass by Mamaroneck. Natalie Reardon with the perfect pass to Emily Mullen, and Mamaroneck leads 10-1. So 2 goals from Mullen to go along with her 12 draw wins. And another assist for Reardon, so she has 2 assists now to go along with 3 goals. She had an assist before she scored, but she scored to spread it out. I think it was the 3rd, 5th, and 7th goal by Reardon. So Mullen will take the face-off with the Tigers up 10-1 and 11:33 left on the clock. So timeout helped the Tigers as they add to their lead. Coach Lividini and Coach Savage wanted to work on some sort of play or something, and they executed it to perfection, as it was a great pass from Reardon to Mullen. So Reardon has 3 goals, 2 assists. Zedlicki has a goal. Mullen has 2 goals now. Julia Quaid has an assist. Bridget Knowles has an assist. Sarah Bennett has a goal and 3 assists as Mamaroneck wins their 13th draw of the game. And 13 for 13 on draws is Mullen. But Sarah So Sarah Bennett, yeah, 3 assists and a goal. Nodiff has 3 goals. Stafford has 2 saves, and Lynch is in but doesn't have a save yet. She entered with 18 minutes to go in regulation after the first goal was scored by Rye. As Amanda Hartzell scored the goal for Rye, and Grace Porter has 10 assists for the Garnets. And intercepted by Porter outside the circle, just where the circle starts, and it's an interception, so I guess it's a save. Well, not really, actually. Technically, it's a defensive turnover interception. Well, it worked out for Rye on the play by Porter outside of her area. Something I don't think she would have done if the score was closer. But with the margin trailing 10-1 and the room for error, although if she gives up another goal and Rye doesn't score, it's running time. It's a 10-goal lead, but see, Rye, first save of the game. Margaret Mitchell, first save of the game by Mackenzie Lynch, but she turns it over, and a goal is scored as there's going to be a penalty coming, but it was never. As second goal of the game for Amanda Hartzell. She has 2 goals now. I think it was assisted by Molly Broderick. Decent crowd here for this one, although those were mostly comprised, some of it was mostly comprised of the JV team was playing after this, as the JV girls just exited the bleachers. So there goes this 10-2 now, 8-goal lead for the Tigers with 9:48 remaining in this fraction, and they'll redo it. Second time they had to do that today. And face off the draws, number 14. 13 have been won by the Tigers. It's taking the draw, Paige Drago's taking most of the draws against Emily Mullen. Mullen's won all of them, 13 for 13. See if Rye can win one, and they do. First draw, one of the game, as Paige Drago plays it, and Molly Broderick picks it up and brings it forward behind the goal and to the side of the goal by Rye, as they trail 10-2 now. There's the Coach Savage we know yelling on the sidelines. As that one's stolen by Mamaroneck. Coach Savage's works, and just too high for Reardon, but she steals it right from the defender there. And nice pass. Reardon, her third assist, as she passed it to Nora Reardon, her twin sister. So Reardon to Reardon, and the twins hook up for a goal. I would say it would be a play nominee of the week, but 11-2 game, I think we'll be able to find something else. As we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Timeout Garnets, 11-2, Mamaroneck. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the goal scored by Nora Reardon, assisted by her twin Madeline. Madeline now has 3 assists and 3 goals. First goal of the game by Nora Reardon. And Madeline Reardon gets it, and she has Nora open again. And no, Nora shoots it high. So Madeline Reardon and Nora Reardon looking to go back to back in 15 seconds, but they weren't able. Reardon had the shot, but she roofed it, put it just a bit too high, and it'll be Rye ball. Intercepted by Madeline Reardon though. Reardon did make a good pass to get it to her, but her twin sister couldn't put it in. Because that one is stopped. This is a good save there by Porter. She gets out of the... Reardon's pass to Quate is scored by Quate. Reardon now has 4 assists. Madeline Reardon has 4 assists and 3 goals. Julia Quate now has a goal to go along with her assist, and it's 12-2 and running score as long as it's still a 10-goal game. So the clock will continue to tick here at Mamaroneck as it's a 12-2 lead. Mamaroneck has a touchdown, a field goal, and a safety, and Rye has a safety here in this girls lacrosse game. Back to girls lacrosse as the face-off won by Reardon, as Mullen won it and played it forward to Reardon. Back to Mullen. Mullen has it. This is Licky. Licky has it now. Mamaroneck has won 15 of 16 draws. Rye only has 1 draw win. And that one is scored by Mullen.
Well, we're trying. I don't know how we can do this because I cannot beat them. I've got a long-standing...
3 goals by Mullen, and third Mamaroneck player with a hat trick, as Madeline Reardon has 3 goals along with 4 assists. Mullen now has 3 goals, and Boudil has 3 goals. Boudil scored like 3 of the first 6 goals for Mamaroneck. And the Tigers lead 13-2 with 6 minutes and counting as the running clock, because of the 10-goal lead, continues to wind down. Second draw won by the Garnets, so 15 of 17 draws now won by Mamaroneck. And with 5:40 remaining, Rye will look to score their 3rd goal of the game. And that hits the crossbar. That shot hit the crossbar by Ansley Schultz. And behind the goal and loose and scooped up by Mackenzie Lynch. Her 2nd save. She has it as the ref starts his count, and she will play it forward here to Bridget Knowles. Knowles will bring it forward now. And foul on Catherine Egan. Madeline Reardon has it now. Passes through. And a goal scored by Ganit Alma, her 1st goal of the game. And her 1st shot. Madeline Reardon now has 5 assists, 3 goals. So the Tigers now have 8 different goal scorers. Cassie Boudil, Sarah Bennett, Julia Quate, Emily Mullen, Tyler Zidlicki, Ganit Alma, and Nora Reardon and Madeline Reardon. As Madeline Reardon now has 5 assists and 3 goals. And it's a 14-2 lead for the Tigers. And third face-off won by Rye and Lee Kenny. And that's a save made third of the game for Mackenzie Lynch, so she matches the total of Chloe Stafford, who had 3 saves earlier. 12 saves for Grace Porter and Rye. They trail 14-2. That one picked up and nearly scored, but another save made by Lynch. 4 saves now. With 2:45 remaining in this one, the only thing in doubt is the final score, as it's all Tigers, 14-2. This one played forward to Reardon. Reardon plays it wide, though, of Bridget Knowles. This one played back, and that'll be an own goal. So an own goal, as playing the ball back to the goalie was the Rye player, Virginia Meade. So when it rains, it pours here in Mamaroneck, as Virginia Meade played it back to Porter. But Porter wasn't there, and she couldn't get back and make the save, so that's an own goal. Not the closest Mamaroneck player doesn't get it because they didn't score it. I think that was Nora Reardon then. But unofficially, it's an own goal scored by Virginia Meade. And it's 15-2 Tigers. The officials one official wasn't even sure what to do there, but then did count it a goal. As a foul on Rye. Nora, so if the closest player gets it, it would be second goal for Nora Reardon. She was closest to it. And this one will go out of the stick of Dennehy. Played forward by Rye and Lainey Augusta. And 40 seconds left in this one, 15-2 Mamaroneck, following the own goal scored by Rye for Mamaroneck. That one wide, a foul called against the Tigers. So it'll be Rye ball with 25 seconds and counting with this running clock. But the official says to stop it for this.
Under 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes.
I guess
As it'll be Jordan Basso, shot saved by Lynch, and she'll hold it for possibly the rest of the game as she looks at the scoreboard now. She will play it forward with 10 seconds left. Reardon tried to make the play. Instead of it goes to Bridget Knowles, plays it to Cassie Bradil. 2 seconds, 1, and good call by Coach Rocky Lividini just to hold it, and they will end the game with a 15-2 win for Mamaroneck over Rye. So we'll have interviews and analysis as Mamaroneck beats Rye 15-2. Tigers are now 11-3. Rye falls to 7-6. Coming up next, interviews and analysis here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Madeline Rudin. And Maddie, that was a good win today. You guys came out to an early lead. You're up 8-0 at the half. Tell me what you guys were able to do to get such a commanding lead at the half.
Honestly, I think we just stuck to the game plan. We really executed on both sides of the field, played as a team, and we came out on top.
You're a leader out there. You had 3 goals and 5 assists. Tell me what's key about what do you enjoy more? Definitely the assists or the goals?
Well, Rye's a really good team. They put up a good fight today. And honestly, I just love setting my teammates up. It's the best feeling. A goal's great, but when you see a great assist and have your teammate have a goal, it's a better feeling.
And setting up your twin sister there.
Yeah, that was funny.
Right.
That was really funny, yeah. It was a great shot on goal.
Back here with Coach Rocky Levidini, and Coach, it was a good win for you guys, but the thing that helped was getting out to a commanding lead. You're up 8-0 at the half.
Yeah, we've had a rough couple of losses this past couple of weeks, and we we needed to dominate. We needed the win. Our people on the circle and in the draw did amazing. I think we won.
It was like 15 out of 17 I had.
Yeah,
or something.
so that definitely helped. It gave us possession, and I mean, our defense played really well. Attackers played really well. Both goalies played well. It was just a full team effort.
And it was. You had to be happy with the way you guys started 8-0 for the season.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, and you know that this year's the year of anybody can win. So we're taking each game day by day, making sure that we just focus on that game. But we're having a great season and looking forward to playoffs and seeing how far we can get.
And I just talked to Maddie Rudin, and she's a good player for you guys, and someone with 3 goals and 5 assists, one of your leaders that you guys look to. Tell me what you think of her play this year.
I mean, she played great. She was out for a couple of days with an injury, so it was really exciting to have her back. And you know, I tell her that the stats in the end, when you have that many assists, that just shows that you're a team player and you're looking to make everyone else look good. And she settled the ball down and did really well today.
And lastly, what do you want to see out of your team in the final week of the regular season? I think you have a couple games left.
Yeah, we have White Plains and Nourishell, taking it day by day. We have to just make sure we get 2 more wins out of it to keep our record good, and we'll probably be seated pretty high in sectionals. Our class is smaller this year, so we're just looking forward to winning out the rest of the week and moving on to playoffs.
Back here on the postgame show, final score, Mamaroneck 15 and Rye 2. Mamaroneck improves to a record of 11-3, and the Garnets are now 7-6. It was a good game for Mamaroneck. They were up 8-0 at the half, and they were able to cruise to the win as Emily Mullen won 15 of 17 draws, and that was one of the reasons they were able to win this game 15-2. And it was a good win for them. And Madeline Rudin played well as she had 3 goals and 5 assists. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the CEO, Eric Lewis. COO is Matt Sullivan. Community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. For our cameraman, Gary Francois, BJ Person-Peary, and Rob Moretti. Once again, I'm Troy McGraw saying thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.